There are 3 million drug addicts. I'd be happy to slaughter them.
It was a blow that started it. On the wrong door, just down the hall, there was a commotion. Negative, said the man. Negative, negative, negative. It didn't take long for the man to reach Love's door. Open it, shouted the man. Inside Love crouched with her mother. It was 3 in the morning. D was fast asleep on his back. One of the toddlers tucked in his chest. The other children slept, scattered around the room. The man kicked the door. This Love thought was how her parents would die. Her mother opened the door, afraid the men outside would punch through the window and kill them all in a hail of gunfire. 2 men burst into the room. Both were full masks with holes for eyes and the nose and mouth. Positive, one of the men looming over D. Get up, he said. D jerked awake. Love, he said, before one of the men shot him dead. The bullet bursts out of D's right temple. Blood spattered over the baby.
D!
Love screamed. The baby wailed. Ma wept. She thrust a handful of paper at the man who killed her husband. Here was proof, she sobbed, that they had mended their ways. Love dragged her mother up until she was on her feet. It was Love who squeezed her body between the gunman and Matt, who cursed at the gunman and demanded he shoot her instead.
Kill me! Not my ma!
The second gunman held back at the first. Don't shoot, he said. She's only a child. They left. It wasn't for long when they returned. The first gunman raised his gun. We are Duterte, he said, and emptied the magazine. Ma died on her knees.
You motherfuckers! You already killed my D, now you've shot my ma.
Shut up, he said, or we'll shoot you dead too. When they left, Love found a hole inside Ma's head. The blood gushed through Love's fingers. D lay where he fell. Love wanted to hug him, but she was afraid. He did not look like her D.
D, are you leaving me? D?
Some People Need Killing is a memoir about the murders in the country as detailed by Patricia Evangelista, confronting the complexities of justice and human rights abuses that is still evident in contemporary Philippines.
I'm telling the Filipino people, wag ako, it's gonna be bloody.
It's a possibility.
And if I have to kill you, I will kill you, personally. I am committed to stop drugs before I go out. Which means to say, marami pang patayan to. Kasi lumalaban talaga yan.
In the years since the election of His Excellency, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, I have collected a new handful of words. They rotate, trade places, repeat in staccato. Kill. For example, it's a word my president uses. Often, he said it at least 1,254 times in the first 6 months of his presidency.
Duterte's combative rhetoric conveyed to the public that murdering was a legitimate tactic for police enforcement and targeted a variety of groups, including activists, suspected drug users, and even journalists. In addition to giving authorities more confidence, this fostered a culture that normalized and in certain situations even celebrated extrajudicial executions.
The book urges readers to realize that allowing violence to continue unchecked constitutes participation in it, and also pushes them to address complicity and silence in the face of injustice. The story emphasizes that violence feeds into more violence, and that unbridled power can result in a society where human lives are viewed as expendable through the first-hand accounts of victims and the callous disregard of those who commit it. Some People Need Killings is a powerful reminder of the need for empathy and accountability in a society that can quickly lose sight of its moral compass when it is fueled by political hyperbole and fear. This is done by examining true stories of victims, their families, and the offenders. The book is an important contribution to the discussion of human rights and the function of state authority in a democracy because it asks readers what happens when a society starts to show a complete disregard for human lives for the sake of security and control.
Philippine literature is a diverse tapestry of influences. The beliefs, hardships, and experiences of indigenous tribes were embodied in earlier works that include folk stories, epics, and chants that were passed down through the years. And as Spanish colonization started, Philippine literature evolved to include religious themes to influence Christianity. A significant change occurred with the propaganda movement when Filipino authors such as Dr. Jose Rizal used literature to promote social reforms and spark nationalism. English was adopted as a means of expression throughout the American colonial period, resulting in a fusion of Filipino and Western themes and forms. Writing evolved into a method of resistance during the Japanese occupation, and Filipino playwrights and poets covertly criticized colonial authorities through their works. Thus, Filipino literature today spans multiple languages and genres, capturing both the country's national identity, societal themes, and contemporary struggles.